Right now at 4, the sounds of the aftermath of a major snowstorm. Snowblowers firing up all over the region after a winter storm slammed the area with heavy snow and powerful wind. All that snow and wind brought down trees and power lines across the area. Police closed part of Union Mill Road in Burlington County after a tree brought down utility lines in Mount Laurel. Right now, tens of thousands are still without power in our region. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm Fred Shropshire.
I'm Jacqueline London. Heavy snow started falling late yesterday morning, and in some places it's just now ending. A blizzard warning remains in effect for parts of the Jersey Shore and coastal Delaware. Every part of our region is feeling the impact today, and in some places it will last a little longer. Several areas will be digging out for more than 20 inches of snow.
And SEPTA has started restoring services around the area. Buses are going back in service as the streets are cleared and the Center City Trolley Tunnel is back open, and regional rail service is in the process of being restored line by line. Airlines at Philadelphia International Airport are working to resume limited service, although departures are still on pause, at least for now.
There's no word yet on whether Philadelphia schools will be back in session tomorrow. Mayor Sherrell Parker says it's too early to make that decision. We will hear from the mayor on citywide cleanup efforts tomorrow.
We have live team coverage this afternoon of this major winter storm. Our team of reporters have been out in the elements all day long, from the Jersey Shore and the suburbs to the city and Delaware, to bring you the latest on the conditions where you live.
Our team of meteorologists have been tracking the storm for days. Brittany Ship has the latest on exactly how much snow has fallen. But let's begin with First Alert meteorologist Robert Johnson with your Weather Rate certified most accurate forecast.
And you know, Jackie, even though the storm has pulled away from our region, we can still expect more power outages in the hours to come due to all the snow that's on some power lines, on trees and tree limbs. And we're still going to keep the gusty winds as we go throughout the night tonight, even into tomorrow morning. So here's a storm summary. So all the winter storm warnings and blizzard warnings have been canceled for our region, and no neighborhood in our region officially reached blizzard criteria due to the visibility being a little higher than previously anticipated, and it wasn't sustained for 3 hours in a row. And we have a wide range of totals across our region. Some neighborhoods, especially farther north and west, only getting a few inches of snow, whereas other neighborhoods, especially in New Jersey, saw as much as 2 feet. However, now the issue will be refreezing as we go throughout the overnight hours as temperatures fall into the 20s. Here's the radar, a much quieter scene as we overlook the radar right now as the system has pulled away. Still a couple of random snow showers and really flurries at this point drifting through portions of Mercer County. A couple there drifting through just south of the Lehigh Valley, mainly in Upper Bucks. And as we slide over to the bigger view, you see this area of low pressure, this circulation that is just to the east of New England. And now they're getting the brunt of this storm and have been for several hours. It is certainly a blizzard for them that's already been confirmed. As we go throughout the rest of this evening, by 7 o'clock tonight, any little bit of flurries that we do have are well offshore, and then we just have the clouds for the next several hours. Winds are still gusty, though. I mean, we're talking about winds gusting right now up to 33 miles per hour in Allentown, 30 in Philadelphia, 44 in Wilmington, and 25 in Millville. So as we go throughout the night, we'll fall into the 20s, plenty of clouds with gusts overnight around 20 to 30 miles per hour, and we'll still have to watch out for icy spots later on tonight into tomorrow morning. Meteorologist Brittany Ship joins me now. And Brittany, we have a wide range of snowfall totals across the region, as I just mentioned. But of course, you have the big number behind you right there for Philadelphia.
That's right. It's finally gone up within the last round of snowfall totals, and we're up to 14 inches officially at the Philadelphia International Airport. Pretty impressive. But when we take a look back at the actual snowfall and how much fell in your neighborhood, if you're closer to South Jersey, central, southern parts of Delaware, right along the shore, your range ended up being between 10 to 22 inches. And if you're closer to our I-95 corridor, immediate suburbs to the north and west, you saw anywhere between 8 inches up to 17 inches of snow, 4 to 8 for the Lehigh Valley and parts of Berks County. We want to look at our top 20 here. These are neighborhoods that saw 20 inches or more of snowfall, and it wasn't just 1 or 2, and it spread all through PA, New Jersey, and also down towards Delaware. So Langhorne coming in with our top spot here, 22.1 inches of snow, 21.5 for Pittman, New Jersey, Mount Laurel 20.6, Leisuretown 20.3, Morrisville, PA at 21, and we have 20.5 Woodside, Delaware. Now we take a look at some of our PA suburbs. Bryn Mawr, you picked 8 inches of snow, Morton 13.4, closer to King of Prussia 8 inches, and then Royersford around 8 inches. Coming up, we'll talk more about the shore. We'll go over the Lehigh Valley numbers. We'll continue to update you on your neighborhood and how much snow you saw today.
Brittany, we'll see you then. And let's head now to the Jersey Shore, where that snow started falling more than 20 hours ago. You were looking live at conditions right now in Cape May and Atlantic City. Take a look at this. Heavy snow on trees and power lines is creating problems in communities across Atlantic County. You can see snow-covered branches just littering the road there. And take a look at all this snow in Ocean County. You definitely need a plow to get through all the snow that fell there along Jacksonville Road in Jackson Township. That plow driver trying to get through it. At last count, this area saw 23.5 inches of snow. That's one of the highest totals in the region. NBC 10 Jersey Shore Bureau reporter Ted Greenberg is live in Bayville with a look at how much snow has fallen there. You have seen such a wide range of conditions there over the hours, Ted.
Yeah, Jackie, and you just mentioned Jackson. Well, the casinos are in Atlantic City, but Bayville here in Berkeley Township, this place, it appears, hit the jackpot with more than 2 feet, 25.8 inches of snow. Just take a look at how deep the snow is here. And it's going to take days to dig out from all of this snow, more than 25 inches. The power is on at this intersection right here, but up the road here a bit, the traffic lights were all out, and a lot of people along the shore region are still dealing with power outages right now. It looked like something you'd see on the big screen, a winter thriller with trees surrendering to the weight of snow along Great Creek Road in Galloway Township.
It was pretty heavy snow, you know. There's trees down all over the place.
That heavy snow combined with whipping winds brought branches down on electrical lines across the shore region, leaving tens of thousands of homes and businesses in the dark.
We've been hearing transformers just pop all night, just every property we go, just maybe a couple miles away, boom, and then see the sky go blue.
And it's not just a tremendous amount of snow that many shore communities are dealing with. There was flooding overnight. We showed that to you last night on NBC 10 News at 11. And then even more flooding this afternoon with a whole lot more snow on the ground with those floodwaters. So snow, ice, and water flowing down some streets. We'll show you that coming up at 5. Live in Bayville, I'm Ted Greenberg, NBC 10 News.
Oh my gosh, such a good description out there so we can see how high that snow got, almost up to your knees. Ted, thank you. Live in Bayville, New Jersey. Fred.
Well, Jacqueline, the impact of this storm is widespread. Another area hit hard is Bucks County. Shovels and snow blowers, you can see, were out in full force in Levittown today. It will likely take some time for people to clear away all of that snow. NBC 10's Deanna Durante has been out all day checking on conditions in the suburbs. She joins us live with the latest there. Deanna.
This neighborhood here in Levittown, boy, they had their snow blowers out, they had their shovels out. Now it looks like everybody's inside taking a break. They built a snowman. I mean, what else could they do? This was an area that was without power for a couple of hours. We showed you earlier some limbs came down on the lines that run behind these houses here on Terrace Road. And Pico tree service crews came. It took them a couple of hours, like we said, but the lights back on, the heat back on, people inside their homes. One neighbor across the street was waving to me from the windows. I can see in there where it's nice and warm now. Some people built a snowman, and it sounds like it was a lot of fun and games, but boy, this wasn't a snow day for a lot of people that were out there working in it. Take a look at some video shot earlier this morning. This is in East Goshen Township. This is what crews had to deal with as they were just getting their days started. Heavy snow bringing down tree limbs, entire trees in some cases. So then they had to bring in construction equipment to move some of those trees in order to open up the roads there. Crews are still out as we speak from Chester, Montgomery, Bucks County, trying to still clear a lot of those roads. When you look here back live, this residential area. Boy, the streets here have been clean most of the day. I think that's because people hadn't been driving on them, and folks have been listening to what the townships have been asking you to do, and that's not snow blow or shovel the snow back into the streets. On some of the main roads like Old Lincoln Highway, Route 1, we were driving those a little while ago, and they are getting clear, but there are still crews out there trying to push away all that wet, heavy snow so that people can get out there and get to work and school in the morning. Reporting live in Levittown, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.
Yeah, as you say, not all fun and games with all the cleanups and power outages. Deanna, thank you. And the wet, heavy snow raised concerns about power outages across our area. Here are the latest numbers. More than 53,000 Atlantic City Electric customers are affected, along with nearly 26,000 Delmarva customers. Outages are affecting nearly 2,700 PECO customers in and around Philadelphia. Just more than 1,500 PSE and G customers are experiencing outages.
Cleanup is underway across Philadelphia. Mayor Sherrell Parker says it's too early to determine when the city's snow emergency will be lifted. Officials hope to have an answer by the end of the day. The city says about 65% of city streets have been treated as of this afternoon. Meanwhile, Mayor Sherrell Parker is asking neighbors to avoid unnecessary travel.
When there are fewer cars on the street, we give our crews more flexibility to do the job that we are asking them to do.
The message for today, again, to our residents is patience. We're coming. We have not forgotten about you. We're still going to be able to address those areas, and we're doing a great job making the progress on those areas.
We're expecting another update tonight at 6 o'clock about city services and school operations tomorrow. The snow has stopped falling in Philadelphia, but the cleanup is just beginning.
Now, for some, that means a lot of shoveling. For others, it's a bit of a bigger challenge, like getting fallen trees off of the cars. NBC 10's Aaron Baskerville live in Roxborough with a look at some of the damage the storm has caused. Aaron.
Fred and Jackie, what a difference an hour makes, because just an hour ago, we're on Fountain Street, first of all, right now in Roxborough. And just about an hour ago, this street was completely blocked with a decent-sized tree that was down on the ground. You can kind of see some of the remnants here. That's because an army of neighbors came out here, had a chainsaw, chopped up that tree and moved it. But this is the vehicle that has some damage to the roof. Not too bad, but that's where the tree was. You can kind of see some of the remnants of the markings of that branch coming down. But also, what a difference a storm makes, right? Like 3 weeks ago, we know that storm was almost impossible to clear the snow. And look at this. We're seeing clear pavement, and this is kind of what it's been like throughout Manayunk, Roxborough, East Falls. You can see pavement on roads, but that was a major issue here with this big tree that was down over the street, and that could be an issue as we continue to move on with the weight of the snow, making some of these tree branches fall. But we do have some video from our travels all throughout the day. We talk about the Great Dig Out, and that's what folks were doing earlier today, and that's what folks continue to do right now. The sounds of shovels, the sounds of snow blowers echoing through these neighborhoods. You said it already, but I'll repeat it. 65% of the streets have been treated at least once in the city of Philadelphia. They said mainly those really small and tiny side streets have been an issue, and they haven't gotten to them yet, but they're urging folks to stay off the roads. We talked to a man who just worked 24 hours straight and then came home and had to get to work once again. Here's what he told us.
It's not as bad as the last storm. Okay. Yeah. It's a little bit easier to move around.
I'm assuming you're hoping that this snow gets melted away a lot faster than the last storm?
Yeah, that'd be ideal. that'd be pretty cool if this was our last storm.
Yeah, a lot of people feeling like him, right? Pretty cool if this was our last storm, because folks don't want to be dealing with what you're looking at right there. That's the remnants of that tree that was toppled over here on Fountain Street. Neighbors working together out here like we see in so many areas. Chainsaw out, chopping it up, moving it. But once again, they're going to still have to kind of dig out a little bit, especially with some of these cars that, as we all know, get trapped on some of these roads and streets as they try and get back to some sense of normalcy, hopefully tomorrow. We'll continue to travel around. We'll have another update for you coming up at 5 o'clock. But for now, we're live in Roxborough. Aaron Baskerville, NBC 10 News.
Aaron, thank you. And from Philadelphia, let's head south to Delaware.
Driving restrictions have been eased there, but there's certainly plenty of snow on the ground. NBC 10 Delaware reporter Tim Furlong has been all over the state today. He joins us live on the road. Tim, where are you right now?
We are just north of Milton, almost to Milford, which is the Sussex-Kent County line. Take a look at the road in front of us. I'm not kidding, and I'm saying some of the stuff that Aaron said. The way down a couple hours ago, the roads were awful. The way back, I mean, these are dry roads. It's amazing how quick this kind of moved in and moved out. And it really is, it says a lot about the temperatures that we dealt with today. Coming down here, it was still pretty cold. The snow was still falling. Sussex County, we were on the boardwalk at Hobith, 18, 19 inches of snow. But DelDOT kept coming through. DelDOT now telling me that the primary and secondary roads across the state are in good shape. They did send plows from northern Delaware that sort of escaped the worst of it, and it moved out earlier. They sent them down south to Sussex County, so they're assisting utility companies, Delmarva Power, in their work trying to clear trees from the wires, but that could take a few days to restore power to all their customers. But again, overall, in Newcastle County, things got back to normal pretty quickly. University of Delaware has already said back to normal for tomorrow. Restaurants that had basically been closed all morning started opening up. Sussex County, it's going to take a little bit longer. Kent County as well. Some of those places might stay closed all day because there's just, there's a lot of dig out to do. There's so much snow on sidewalks and parking lots, but it really does look like things are going to get back to normal much, much, much quicker than they did after the last storm. We're going to keep you posted as we head north back toward North Wilmington. We're live along the road almost to Milford, Delaware on the Kent-Sussex line. Tim Furlong, NBC 10 News.
All right, stay safe. We'll check back in. Thank you, Tim. Let's take another look now at how this winter storm is impacting our area. NJ Transit services are slowly returning to normal. Within the past hour, New Jersey Governor Mikey Sherrill announced the return of several NJ Transit services, including the River Line, which will operate on a Sunday schedule. All rail, bus, and access link services are still suspended until conditions improve. Meanwhile, officials say the New Jersey Turnpike Authority is working to bring speed limits back to normal on the Turnpike and Garden State Parkway.
Things are getting back to normal on the roads. Travel restrictions across the area have been lifted. Taking a live look around the region from the Schuylkill Expressway to the suburbs, along with the Ben Franklin into Jersey and highways in Delaware. Drivers are returning to the roads this afternoon. Let's go to the air. Hundreds of flights are canceled at Philadelphia International Airport. Right now, it's more than 600. So far, 17 flights experienced delays. Those numbers may climb, but crews have been hard at work for hours clearing the taxi and runways.
And I'm Matt DeLucia in the Live Center. We're watching all of the roads, small and large here. So again, this is that Street Smart PHL website where Aaron Baskerville was talking about how 65% of the streets have at least been treated. That is the word from the city. You can see all that dark blue there. Those are the areas of the city that have been at least touched at some point today within the last 6 hours. I just got an update here from New Jersey Department of Transportation. Within the last few minutes here, the commercial vehicle travel restrictions and the emergency 35-mile-per-hour speed limit will be lifted at 5 o'clock, so about 45 minutes from now. So that includes 76, 295, 676 there in South Jersey, as well as all of the other highways that are in the Garden State. Let's look at the rest of the area right now. 95 here at Cotman. Listen, we have a disabled tractor trailer over there, but not causing any delays or any travel lane closures at this point. 202 at 322 here in Chester County. Again, most of these major roads are passable, and that has been the big effort here, is to try to get everything working as quickly as possible. All of those yellow diamonds there, those are trees or power lines that have come down, so that is going to be the big thing of restoring power as we get into this evening. Guys.
Okay, Matt, thank you. Let's turn back now to our first alert weather as we take a live look at the snow-covered boardwalk in Atlantic City. Temperatures sitting in the high 30s right now, but some heavy, wet snow still remaining.
Yes, and this is when we really need that accuracy and, of course, Weather 8 certified most accurate forecast. Everyone looking to the weather team and on target for what was predicted.
And certainly a lot of snow to clean up across many of our neighborhoods. And now we have several more issues to contend with as we go throughout the night. I'll break that down for you. First, I'll take you outside and show you the view of Philadelphia, where we still have the clouds covering the sky, but at least we can see the city, because this time yesterday we couldn't see much of anything. Moving forward, as we go throughout the rest of the night, we still have to be mindful of at least minor coastal flooding, especially up and down the Jersey Shore later tonight into early tomorrow morning. So still keep your car in higher ground. Gusty winds will linger throughout tomorrow, especially through the morning hours, and with the snow on power lines and tree limbs, power outages are still possible, especially once you factor in those gusty winds. And we do have to watch for icy spots overnight tonight into tomorrow as temperatures crash into the 20s. Right now, where is the nor'easter? Well, it's just off of New England. You see that swirl in the atmosphere as it continues to pull away, and we just have a few flurries across some of our neighborhoods. Overnight tonight, it's cloudy, it's cold, and still windy as we fall to 22 in Allentown, 24 in the city, and 26 down the shore in Cape May. Tomorrow, it is a brighter day, a mixture of sunshine and clouds, but still cold as we only get up to a high of 31 in Reading, 33 in the city, so barely above freezing, 34 in Dover, and 33 down the shore in Atlantic City. However, we are watching another weak system move through. I know, snow yet again. It's nothing like the system that we had last night into early this morning. It doesn't have nearly as much moisture, but by Wednesday morning, 5 a.m., we're noticing some snow showers, especially from the city and areas to the north, and that could dump a quick coating in spots, up to an inch in spots. By 9:30, it's out of here, so it's a quick moving system. How much snow are we talking from this next system? Again, it's not much. By 9 o'clock Wednesday morning, anywhere from a coating up to about an inch or so the farther north and west you go. So a bit of an inconvenience for the morning commute, just something to be aware of. And since it's Wednesday, some people do work from home on Wednesdays. It may be a good day to work from home on Wednesday if you can. And then a second system moves through on Thursday. There's Thursday, 6 p.m. It's a wintry mix of snow, of rain, and even some freezing rain is possible. That continues through Thursday night into Friday morning. A damp start to the day with freezing rain and regular plain Jane rain, more so in the way of regular rain once you go south of the city. But even for Philadelphia, we could be dealing with some freezing rain come Friday morning, and then by Friday afternoon, there's 2 p.m. the system moves out, but that will also cause some icy spots for Friday morning's commute. The exclusive 10-day on 10. Brighter and brisk tomorrow with a high of 33. A few snow showers come Wednesday morning, 46 for the afternoon high. Most of Wednesday is dry. And then a wintry mix Thursday into Friday morning with temperatures hovering in the upper 30s and low 40s. But the weekend looks fantastic with temperatures on either side of 50 degrees. A great opportunity for melting. Saturday mild with plenty of sunshine, 52. Sunday mild for March 1st, 49 degrees. And then by Monday, more clouds take over, 34. Tuesday, partly cloudy, 37. Another opportunity for a rain-snow mix come next Wednesday, 44, and then partly cloudy come next Thursday with a high of 45 degrees. Fred and Jackie, back over to you.